Google Forms, create a quiz. I have a Google form here, basic information about my students, and then I have some questions. And I actually want this form to become a quiz, a Google Forms quiz, where it's going to grade the responses for me. When I turn this into a quiz, I really want to think about the types of questions that I'm asking, and I want them to be selective response, so multiple choice, check boxes, those type of questions. How I turn it into a quiz is I click on, once I have all my questions, I click on where it says settings, and I can go over here to, it says general presentation, but quizzes, and make this a quiz. I'm going to come back to this section in just a moment. Let's go back over to general. I want to collect the email addresses of my students. I can check box there. I can restrict to just users in my district and then limit to one response. So thinking about a quiz, do I want them to have multiple chances or not? I also want to be careful with this box, edit after submit. Is this really a quiz, or is it more like something where they're practicing and they can resubmit their answers? So edit after submit, I'm leaving that off for right now because I actually want this to be a quiz and to get a sense of how they're doing. I'm going to go over next to presentation. In presentation, I can show, if I have multiple pages, I can show the progress bar. I can also shuffle question order. Some people are not wanting their students to have the same exact quiz, so I can shuffle the question order so that they get different questions as they go through the different sections. Okay, and then I'm going to go over here to quizzes. All right, on quizzes, I can release their grades. So I've collected their email addresses. I can immediately submit to them through their Gmail account their grades. So again, do you want that to happen as soon as they submit? You're just trying to see how they're doing and you want to give them immediate feedback, or do you want to turn it on for manual review at the end of the period or at the end of the day once all students have submitted? So those are some different options with that. And you can also, what you can include in there, their missed questions and correct answers. So again, make sure you go through each one of these sections and are really, focusing on what's here and how you want to set that up. I'm going to click on save at this point. Other things we want to be aware of is, for question number 1, there is an answer key. So I'm going to go down to the answer key, and this is where I'm going to assign the question points and which answer. So I would check on A, and I want it to be worth 1 point. And I would go through these. You can set up a template that you can always use. That might be a good idea, so you're not having to recreate the wheel every single time you set up a quiz. And that's pretty much it for Google Forms quizzes.